ready?
I'm good whenever we're all
All right. We are joined here by Savannah DeMelo. Want to just go ahead and start off, Savannah, just welcome back. What was the experience like for you?
The experience was great. Just being able to represent your country is such an honor, and I think I've looked up to so many of those women, so just being able to learn from them and play with them for the past 2 months was kind of a surreal experience and one that I'll never forget. So, yeah, it was awesome. I'm happy to be back, though, and finish off the rest of the season with the team.
Questions?
You're not only on the roster, but you're in the starting 11 for the first game. What was just the whole emotions and separating excitement from execution, things like that?
Yeah, I think I went in with the mindset of I'm going to perfect my role every day, like no matter what role that is. And I think your role changes day in and day out of national team, being in camp. So, so when he told me I was going to start, I just kind of wanted to do the best I could and go out there and do everything I could to help the team. And didn't matter how much I was going to play. If I was going to start the next game, I was just focusing on my first start and us getting the 3 points against Vietnam.
Describe that scene and the emotions you may have had when you walked out onto the pitch for that first match.
Yeah, it was a huge stadium. Like, we did a familiarization of the stadium the night before, and it seemed a lot bigger once there was people there. And it was, like, I think a sold-out crowd. So just hearing the fans and just seeing how much the women's game is growing was kind of my first, like, oh my God, this is, like, surreal. And then just hearing the national anthem. And then I was telling everybody before the game, they count down to 10, like from 10. So it was kind of just like we were all, like, looking around, like, had each other's back. So surreal moment. But, yeah, it was really cool.
Jeff, do you want to go ahead on Zoom?
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time, Savannah. Obviously, the final result wasn't what the team wanted, and the team also came in for some criticism from Carly Lloyd about the mentality and whether there was kind of an entitlement vibe around the team. You were on the inside. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I think it's hard. I think going into the World Cup, the 23 of us knew that what happens outside of our bubble is something we can't control. So we just really wanted to control the energy within the bubble. And I think everyone's going to always have something to say about our team. It kind of comes with just who we are and kind of the platform that we have. But, yeah, I think it was really awesome having each other's backs in that 23, so we really didn't let it affect us. We kind of stayed off of the media because that's something we can't control, and we just wanted to control our games and how we wanted to play.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
What do you bring back from this, Savannah, as far as skill set? What did you learn on the pitch that you can bring back here to Racing Louisville, you think?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay who I am and stay true to who I am, but I think it's just up a level. I think when I was there playing against Netherlands, Vietnam, the game was just, it's quick, it's physical, and I think I just want to always match that speed and that physicality that was played there, so I'm going to bring that here.
You come back a better player, you think?
I think, like, any experience you have makes you, like, a better player. So I think this experience is, like, once-in-a-lifetime one, and I think, yeah, so, of course, I think I come back a better player.
Do you come back with, what's the word, mojo? I played this level, I can play this level now.
No, that's never kind of who I am or how I like to play. I just want to be, like, Savannah DeMelo, and I think just sticking true to who I am. And no matter what experiences I've had, I always just want to keep learning from the players here, keeping where my feet are at.
What were your emotions during that whole PK and that whole game? Really, you weren't out there, so it's tough watching, I know. But what was your experience like?
Yeah, it's really, like, nerve-wracking. I just wanted, no matter what, I just wanted us to move on. And I think just how well we played in that Sweden game, you could feel that, like, we deserved the win. But, like, soccer's cruel sometimes like that. So, but I had complete faith in everybody during the PK shootout. PKs are, like, the worst things about soccer because it's a hard thing to do with so much pressure. So I know it was going to go either way, but, I was still so proud of everybody, and I thought we left it all out there in the Sweden game.
Pardeep, do you want to go?
Hi, Savannah. Thanks for taking the time out today. Just referencing that Sweden game, obviously you didn't play, but you did have a pretty good look at the team, pretty close from the bench. ahead of their semifinal tomorrow, how do you gauge, Sweden as a contender for the whole thing, and how do you think they'll do against Spain tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a great team. I think also Spain is just another quality team. So I think at this point now, it's all about the details. And, like, I think the game's going to be won by a miss of a detail or someone perfecting a detail. So I don't really know how the game's going to go. I think a World Cup is so special because any team can win it. Any team can make it to the finals. Any team can make it out of group play, as we've seen. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be an exciting game, and I think both teams have done really well this whole tournament.
Did you see or experience anything on the pitch, or even off the pitch for that matter, that you didn't expect that surprised you? Like, oh my gosh.
I think just how much support, like I know how much support the U.S. has, but we left our hotel and there was, everywhere you walked, you saw like someone with like a U.S. crest or like something national, like U.S. national team. So I think it's just so awesome how far New Zealand is from the U.S., but just how much support, like everyone went to go watch our game. So I thought that was really cool.
And now that you've gotten a taste of this, how badly do you want to be back with the team?
Yeah, so badly. I think that like the second we lost, everyone, we went to the locker room, we had like a talk, and we're like, now we just need to move forward. Like there's nothing you can do in the past. So I think after that night, and like you kind of had time to like think about it, we're ready to go back into camp and ready, like I said, whatever my role is, whenever I get called back, if I get called back, I'm always going to be ready.
Well, what's it like, you talk about fan support, just from the minute you're kind of part of the roster and out there and any social media post or whatever you do, what was that response like from people and feedback you got from people, however it came, even not in person?
Yeah, it was all super positive. Even before I got there, I know a lot of my teammates reached out to me, like Pina, Lindsay, Alex. They were just all so supportive, and I think I just got so many positive messages, even throughout the World Cup. It was just awesome getting that support from people.
As a member of the national team, what's your message to the fans out there who wish you could have gone further into who watched you guys play but saw you drop out in the round of 16? What is your message to the fans?
I would just say, like, thank you so much for the support and for always believing in us and continuing to believe in us. And I think, like, the team relies or loves that support so much, and it really helps us. So I would just say thank you.
You guys have, this team that you're on here had more World Cup goals than probably any single entity in that first round. What's it like to see teammates playing at that level too, and now for everybody to be back together when that happens?
Yeah, it was like me and a bunch of girls were watching every single World Cup game, so it was just so awesome seeing, like, oh, Timby scored, that's a Racing player, Ari scored, Uche scored, like, Wong scored, so it was just, like, awesome seeing how the Racing's taking, like, the global stage, and I think it's, like, they're all so deserving, they're all great people and great players, so I'm glad they got to represent their countries well.
You think that's going to benefit the team? When everybody's back in, all 6 players,
for sure,
all this team together.
Yeah, I mean, I think those players are a huge impact for our team. So just them being back and the confidence that they should have coming from playing so well in a World Cup should translate to coming here and having confidence, which is what we like. Players play best when they're confident.
Do you have more confidence after having played in the World Cup?
Yeah, for sure. I think like a goal of mine ever since I was a young girl was to play for the World Cup and play for the national team. So just being able to do that and like live out a dream gives me so much confidence, and I'm not content with anything, but I'm just really confident to come back and want to keep getting better and better.
Based on those experiences, whether it be athletic or personal, being in a different country and things, did you learn anything that might help develop your leadership skills with the team?
I think for sure. I mean, I think I got to see so many different leaders and some of the best leaders in women's soccer. I got to live day in and day out with them, so I think I did learn so much from them. Yeah, I think also the leadership there is so different. There's like a couple leaders. There's some that leaders on the field, off the field, for different reasons.